Hi, I'm Crystal, and today I'm working in my personal journal. This is for 2026. That lovely die cut was from Kim at Kim's Inspired Life. And I'm doing Texas Two-Step Tuesday, Longhorn Legacy. Now, the instructions called for us to put some sentimental items on the page, but I'm going to do a sentimental topic. I couldn't find any sentimental items, but I have enjoyed this open collaboration hosted by Susan at I Totally Love It. I did want to finish it off, even though I have finished my book of Texas Things to Do. So my sentimental topic today is my mother. And I guess I've been thinking about her a lot lately. Her birthday was this month. So I did a couple of videos actually about making her birthday cards. And I felt like that was a good sentimental topic for this prompt. So the cards I made, one was a very traditional card, very pretty with lots of butterflies on it. The other one was just kind of a goofy card that I handed her in person when we went out for her birthday. It was a giant card that I made kind of to look like myself. So here's a photo of me in the card. Now, I got a lot of critique from my mother and my husband saying I didn't do a very good job of making that resemble me, but it was fun to do. So this sentimental page that I'm putting in my own journal, I have a page I've torn from a magazine. I think it's an advertising piece for a city in New Mexico, actually. But I just love this. It really kind of summarizes her personality and her outlook on life. She's a very positive person, and I just really like this. It really reminds me of her. So I love the sunflowers. I love the message of the advertising campaign, and I thought it was perfect. Now on the facing page, I'm going to put some other items that remind me of my mother, and you guys are going to laugh at some of them, I think. But for my background, I started out with this piece that is actually torn from the bag at Popeyes. So my mother and I embarked on quite the scientific process to pick out the very best fried chicken sandwich. And we would go to two different restaurants. Like we'd go to McDonald's, we'd go to Burger King, we'd get two chicken sandwiches, we'd cut them both in half, and then we would compare. And we did this week after week after week to determine who really has the best fried chicken sandwich. And the answer really is Popeyes. Theirs really is the best. And I know you're not going to be shocked to hear, but restaurants that specialize in chicken do a better chicken sandwich than restaurants that specialize in hamburgers. So in case you don't have Popeyes in your area, you definitely want to go to the fried chicken place for your chicken sandwich. Now, the bag is white when you get it from the restaurant, but that was a little high contrast for me, so I painted it with a little watered down re-inker that is ripe persimmon, which is an almost perfect match for the printing on a Popeyes bag, as it turns out. So I'm making that my background since my mother and I did this whole thing about the fried chicken sandwiches. And then next, I'm adding this little ponytail palm. So I did this with some watercolor paint and some crayons to look like a ponytail palm tree. These plants are actually native to the mountainous highlands of Mexico, but they're pretty popular as an indoor plant. And my mother has one that is about, I don't know, I'm going to say it's 30 or 35 years old. And it has gotten so tall that I think at this point it's going to have to convey with her house. I don't think that it would be possible for me to move that. And movers generally will not move houseplants. So I don't think I can get it out of the house, and I don't think I could move it someplace else. It's just a giant tree at this point. Most of them that you see are much smaller. The couple that I have are about 3 feet tall because it's a succulent, and so it's really slow growing. So here's my mom with her giant tree inside her house. It's just huge. But she has been very patiently growing this tree for a long time, and she's always kept ponytail palms my whole life, and so those plants always remind me of her anytime I see one someplace. So then the next item that I added to the page was this cutout that I got from a catalog that I'm getting in the mail. I've gotten on their mailing list, and I don't think I'm ever going to get off, although I don't know that I'm going to do much shopping with them in the future. But what I'm adding is a picture from a Paula Young catalog. So about a year ago, I guess, my mom fell and broke her shoulder, and she really was upset that she couldn't fix her hair, and she wanted me to bleach it. And I just couldn't. I just thought that was going to be a recipe for disaster, and I had a vision of me making her bald trying to do this to her. So I bought her a wig, and I bought one that looks kind of like her hair. The wig doesn't exactly look natural, but her hair doesn't exactly look natural. It's colored, and she wears a bouffant hairdo, and you know, the wig was a pretty good match for the way she wore her hair, and she loves it. She loves it so much. I bought her a couple more, and now she wears a wig every day instead of doing her hair. And she just thinks it's such a time savings, and so I'm thrilled that that was so successful. But of course, now every time I see somebody wearing a wig, I think of my mom. Next, I have a little phrase that I found. I'm not even sure what this came from, but it says, all the sunshine. And like I said, my mom's personality and outlook on life is so positive. That definitely made me think of her. And then finally, I have an actual picture of my mother. Now this I just printed out on plain copy paper and cut into a heart shape, and I'm going to add to the page. This I took at her birthday lunch. And when we go out to lunch with my sister and brother-in-law, my brother-in-law always wants to go afterwards to Dairy Queen for a banana split. And we're always too full. So for her birthday, we just went and had the banana split. No lunch, just the banana split. But it was fun to do, kind of a nice change of pace. And I'm happy to have that recent picture of my mom to add to this page. So hopefully I've fulfilled the brief of a sentimental couple of sentimental items for Longhorn Legacy. I'm very much looking forward to seeing everyone's creations. I'd like to thank Susan for hosting, and I'd like to thank you for joining me today.